I know you've been there. Your brain is literally screaming, pleading with you. Just do the thing. But your body is completely, utterly glued to the chair. If you have ADHD, you've probably already heard this advice. Just get a body double, which it's actually a great idea in theory, but in real life, my friends have jobs. My family, they have their own lives, and to hire a stranger to watch me fold laundry, it feels a little weird.
I just am sorry if it made you feel weird.
So I started wondering, what if the perfect body double isn't a person at all? What if it's already in your pocket? In the age of AI, could an app be an ADHD body double? And stick around to the end because I'm going to provide a list of the 15 highest recommended AI body doubling apps. And no, none of them are sponsoring the video. I keep trying to tell them how amazing you guys are, but they don't seem to care about quality. They only care about quantity. So what is body doubling and why does it seem to work? Well, the Attention Deficit Disorder Association describes it as the ADHD brain often struggles with self-generated activation, which they describe as the ability to initiate a task on its own. A body double can create a shared attention field that provides several mental benefits, including mirroring focus. Your brain mirrors the focused energy of the person nearby. Subtle accountability. A mild, non-judgmental awareness of being seen keeps you anchored to your goal. And nervous system regulation. Being near someone who is calm helps steady your own energy and reduce overwhelm. A body double doesn't help you do the specific task. Their only job is to be present. And this could be in person. You could have a friend read or do their own stuff while you fold laundry, pay the bills, or study. Or you could even go to a local coffee shop to get your work done and just have people present. This can also be virtual. Many adults with ADHD use digital co-working spaces to mirror focus of others working around them and reach their goals. And it can be asynchronous, where you can send a quick intentional video to a friend for an accountability buddy. Something like, I'm about to clean my desk for about 15 minutes, and then I'm going to check in with you when I'm done. Now your brain knows you've told someone you're going to do it, and you're going to have to report to them. So where do you find a body double? Well, if they're available, your friends and family are always the best route to go. But you can also go through an existing network or digital community, such as virtual coworker sites. Dedicated digital platforms specifically for this purpose can be found on sites like FocusMate or even Cave Day. And there are others. And you can even go on social communities. Many people have had success searching for body doubling or ADHD co-working in dedicated Discord servers or even on Reddit. There was a 2022 article in Men's Health titled, What to Know About the Body Doubling Trend That's Keeping People with ADHD on Task. In that article, it says body doubling uses another person's presence to help keep people with ADHD on task. And it creates a light social pressure to achieve a goal. It's a good social pressure, says Ari Tuckman, a clinical psychologist at Westchester, Pennsylvania, specializing in ADHD. If someone else is in the room, there's a little bit of social pressure to use your time well. Plus, the body double presence becomes a self-reinforcing reminder for an easily distracted mind. Why is the person there? Well, because you invited them to help complete a task, so you better get back to work. Let's look at some science. Recently, science is starting to catch up on this topic, and the findings are kind of fascinating. A recent study had adults perform tasks in virtual reality and found that when they worked with a body double, they not only finished faster, but it was more accurate and they were able to sustain their attention compared to when they worked alone. But here's where it gets really interesting, especially for the question of this video. That same study didn't just test human body doubles. It also included AI-powered ones. The results showed that both the human and the AI presence had a positive effect. And the participants also perceived the presence, whether or not it was human or AI, as helpful for focus and accuracy. This suggests that the magic behind body doubling might not just have to do with another human. It might be just presence itself, which opens up a whole new world of possibilities for technology. It validates what many of us have felt, that having another focused entity nearby, human or not, can give our brains the much needed anchor. And it's possible it works by engaging the brain in a useful way. Areas of the brain involved in planning and time management, particularly around the frontal cortex, are probably heightened when one knows that there's an individual watching, where there's an expectation raised, says Julie Schweizer, a clinical research psychologist at the University of California, Davis, specializing in ADHD. The kind of positive socializing that body doubling uses may also affect brain chemistry. If you, with your body double, talk about accomplishing a goal or task, then you could get some sort of reward from it. You could find yourself in a cycle where the body double bolsters things like executive function and concentration. The socialization and feelings of accomplishment release dopamine. We all know what dopamine does for ADHD people. That's the brain pleasure inducing chemical that we all seek so hard. So this brings us to the big question. If an AI in virtual reality headset can help, where does the AI that we have in our phones and our computers fit in? The AI tools available today are getting incredibly good at mimicking some of the key functions of a lot of things, including body doubling. Think about what body doubling really provides. It provides structure, maybe a starting point to get going, a light sense of accountability, or a gentle distraction for your brain. Also, AI can take a giant, overwhelming task and break it down into several non-terrifying steps, including the first step. It can provide timers and prompts that create structured work sessions. It can create a feedback loop that feels a little bit like accountability. So let's just go to the source. Hey chat, if I can call you chat, I'm recording a YouTube video on using AI such as yourself for ADHD body doubling. Let's say I needed to clean my kitchen and said, hey chat, I'm struggling to get started on cleaning the kitchen. Can you keep me company while I'm doing it and ask gentle check-in questions along the way? Can you take a moment and explain to me and those watching this video what people could expect from you if they asked for this type of a request?
Absolutely. If you asked me to keep you company while tackling something like cleaning the kitchen, here's what you could expect. First off, I'd be a friendly, calm presence. No judgment, no pressure. I'd check in gently, maybe asking how it's going, if you want to share a small step you've done, or what the next little task might be. I'd offer encouragement, maybe even a little humor, and if you need to pause or switch focus, I'll adapt. It's like having a supportive friend who's just there, keeping the momentum and helping you feel less alone in the process.
Awesome. That sounds actually very helpful. Thank you very much for explaining that.
You're so welcome. I'm glad it resonated. If you need me to cheer you on or just hang out during any task, I'm here for it. Good luck with the video.
Thank you so much. I might take you up on that. All right, so there it is. You heard it right from ChatGPT. And there are several other versions out there, but you heard it straight from the actual AI that they actually do this, and this is the services they provide. Now, before you go deleting all your contacts and commit to a life of your new AI best friend, we need to talk about the downsides, because there are downsides. AI is not perfect yet. Just kidding. The most significant con is that AI can't replicate true social presence. One of those powerful theories behind why human presence is so important is called co-regulation, where our nervous systems can subtly sync up with a calmer one in our environment. That's so cool. If somebody is present and they're calmer than you, and you trust them and feel safe, your nervous system can mimic that and start to calm down. An AI can't offer that. There's a profound psychological difference between a living person and an algorithm on a server. The human warmth, the unspoken empathy are things that simply can't be replicated by AI. Second, the accountability with AI might be a little shallow. They're not there. Where a human body double acts as a social witness, they're actually there and can see you. You might be a little embarrassed if they see you scrolling on your phone instead of doing what you said you were going to do. And that mild social state can be incredibly motivating. With an AI, it's just too easy to ignore the notifications, close the tab, or turn off your phone. The AI doesn't really care if you do anything. And your brain knows it. It's smart enough to know that you can simply swipe it away and do what it wants to do. There's no real world consequences. Third, and this is kind of critical, AI lacks genuine emotional connection. A huge part of why we get stuck is because of emotions like shame, anxiety, and overwhelm. And a good human body double provides that calming, reassuring presence that can soothe you in your feelings. And AI can't do that. AI can be programmed, and it actually is, to say supportive things, but it can't provide true empathy that makes you feel safe and understood. And finally, There's an obvious real risk here. And some of you have probably already picked up on it and have been talking to the screen. The very tool you're using for this body doubling, your phone, or maybe your computer, but mostly your phone, which is where TikTok, Instagram, and other social media accounts live, is the very distraction you're trying to avoid in a lot of cases. It's like using your drug dealer as a rehab sponsor. They may be a really nice guy. They could be very supportive, but they're also very tempting to fall back into old habits. So can AI be your ADHD body double? Well, you saw my thumbnail and you clicked on it with a promise of an answer. So that's what I'm going to give you. The answer is a crystal clear, resounding sometimes. I know, that's not really a great answer. AI is an incredible tool for activation, but it's not a replacement for human connection. Think of AI as like a body double light. It's a phenomenal supplement, a fantastic fallback option, and a powerful partner to fight against executive dysfunction. Use AI for its strengths to break down tasks, to overcome that initial paralysis on a daily basis, and to provide structure when you're alone and you can't have access to friends and family. And try to use AI for those low-level administrative parts of getting focused. Then save the human body doubling sessions for the bigger, more important, and especially emotionally difficult projects where you need that deeper sense of accountability and support. AI can absolutely get you to the starting line, but only a human can help you feel less alone and stimulate motivation that's going to get you across the finish line. Ultimately, the goal is to build a toolbox that works for your brain, your specific brain. And AI is a powerful new tool to add to that box. But I want to know, what's your experience? Have you ever tried AI as a digital body double? And what are some of your favorite tools and apps or prompts that help keep you going? Share your best tips and tricks in the comments. Your strategies might be the one thing that finally helps someone get unstuck. You never know who you're going to be reaching. And please consider subscribing for more ADHD content like this. We're actually getting really close to reaching 1,000 subscribers. I know that's not a big deal for a lot of people, but it is for me. And I would really appreciate your support in reaching that goal. So I told you at the beginning of the video, I was going to share 15 of the highest ranked body doubling apps. I found this list on the ADHD tech company Flown. So it's actually no surprise that the #1 listed app is Flown by the very company that made this list. So take that with a grain of salt. Flown is listed as a facilitator-led flocks that feel like structure, not pressure, plus a real community behind it. #2, FocusMate, the simple magic of a one-on-one session that makes you actually show up. #3, Flow Club, host-led check-ins and check-outs that turn I should into done. #4, Cave Day, guided focus caves that users praise for discipline and less guilt while working. #5, Study Stream, always on 24/7 focus rooms for finding a study buddy and staying locked in. #6, Life At, vibe first focus spaces that people come back to for the quote environment more than toolset. #7, CoFocus.one, super easy one-on-one matching and a clean setup that gets you into sessions fast. #8, Doobie, live sessions plus a quote amazing community energy that users rave about. #9, Shimmer, coach back support with body doubling as an extra layer people find genuinely motivating. #10, Inflow, users consistently call out the co-working sessions and the stigma-free support vibe. #11, Think Divergent, which would have been a great name for a YouTube channel, by the way. Think Divergent. I like that. It was already taken. Again, #11. So this is text-based body doubling that users love because it's easy, accessible, and low pressure. #12, Cosmos.video focus rooms. Instant body doubling without scheduling, cameras on, muted mics, quiet accountability. #13, Flibbed, quote, study live timers that motivate by showing you how many people are studying with you. #14, Focomon, gamified focus that people love, making accountability feel fun, not clinical. And finally, #15, Crazen, a polished Pomodoro setup with focus rooms and track tasking. AI cannot fully replicate the focus boosting magic of having an actual person in the room, but it can absolutely approximate the structure and setup that makes body doubling work. It can be a gentle nudge that gets you started. It can be the silent partner that helps you organize your thoughts and tasks. And it can be the on-demand assistant that lowers the barrier to action. But it isn't a replacement for human connection, so whenever possible, choose real human connection and presence. Every one of us with ADHD knows the feeling of knowing you want to do something, knowing you need to do something, and just not being able to start. And I want to end this video with saying that this is a tool amongst a lot of them that might help. But I want you to remember, this is not a character flaw. This is part of having an ADHD brain, and there's nothing you did to deserve it. So have a little grace with yourself, because you're not broken. You're not alone. You're just human. Thanks for watching. Oh, and YouTube seems to think you'll like this video. Why don't you give it a click?